can't just be religious. You can't just do a few old covenant things and be okay. I'm calling you to live by faith. It's a whole different world than just being religious. Religion doesn't give life. Faith does. And so the concluding portion says, I've got to die to Jimmy and live by faith in God. And that's coming next week. But this week I tried to think of a couple of illustrations and also a couple of ways probably to embarrass myself. So for the first time ever in 17 years, I'm going to play Pictionary with you here real quickly, okay? I would like to say I've never in the history of my life ever won a single Pictionary game, all right? But this is going to help. Has anybody in here ever been hang gliding before? Raise your hand. We're on the East Coast, so I'm hoping not, actually. Okay, I think we've got zero. This is good. What I love to do is talk about things confidently. And if nobody knows about it, then who cares? Okay, so here we go. All right. So let's, if you're going to go hang gliding, I've read about hang gliding. It seems like it'd be really fun, and so for you. But anyway, so when I do Pictionary, some of my best items are stick figures. So this is great. All right. So before you go hang gliding, I'm guessing first of all you go sit in some room, right? So you go hang out in the classroom, and they sit you down, and they say, I'm sure things like, well, here's the harness, and here are the straps, and we haven't had anybody die this year, and here's what you're going to do. If you want to steer it, you kind of lean your body weight here, and you do that. And I'm sure they give you maybe they even show you a couple of videos of people doing it, and it's all very comforting. This is really safe, and it's going to go great. And you're inspired. You're like, see these guys floating through. You're just like, yeah, I want to do this. This will be great. And all is wonderful until they shut down the little meeting in the room, right? And then you go walking a little ways, I'm guessing. And then you get over to the cliff or the mountain that you're going to jump off of. And then you start thinking back to the speech of, nobody's ever died this year, but last year, the year before that, or, those guys look like they were having fun, but they've probably done it 100 times. It's my first time to ever do it, and you start envisioning yourself down here at the bottom of this cliff, lying down. Actually, Jim could have given me a red, so blood all over you. You start envisioning yourself down there, and suddenly hang gliding doesn't seem quite as fun as it did initially. And you know what I'm learning in life? This is faith. This is faith right here. You know what most people think? Most people think faith is right over here. Oh yeah, I went to church service. I learned a lot of good things. I believe in God. Oh yeah, give me a test. I'll answer some questions. I know the books of the New Testament. Well, most of them anyway. Most people think, and they're like, oh, I'm in a struggle with faith. Do I believe in God or don't I believe in God? Hey, listen, ask all your questions, read all your books. I'm all for all of that. But I'm here to tell you today, that's not what faith is.
Right.
That's not even close to faith. Lots of people sit in buildings all over this country and the world and don't have a clue what real faith is.
Come on.
Because faith, you can't halfway step off a cliff. You can't partway decide to hang glide. You either jump off the cliff or you don't. And my question to you today is, do you have faith? I'm not asking if you believe intellectually there's a God. I'm fired up if you do. Actually, I love you if you don't. Figure that one out. That's fine. Nobody's going to want to jump off a cliff for Jesus if they don't even believe in Jesus. Okay, so there's some important stuff there, right?
Right.
But I'm not asking you that today. I'm asking you, have you 100%, not halfway or like, I'm better than most, have you 100% said, here we go? Because that's where the fun is. That's where the life is. Actually, guys, the most miserable place in the world to be is in a river halfway in and halfway out, freezing to death. Just dive into the thing or get out and sit on the bank, but don't stand halfway in and halfway out. Faith is an incredible thing.